Halloween is right here on Halloween H34. Hi guys, it's Halloween H34 again, and today we're back at Spirit, and they do have Jason set up, so we're gonna activate them, and they have a whole bunch more. This is the exact store where I got Crackles at. Look at Jason. We're gonna do a whole store tour one more time because I do see some new stuff over there. Look at this. They have Jason here. He is broken though. His arm's not moving. And then over here is Buzz here. So we're gonna do him. He is always awesome. It smells so good in here. Look at him. He is so cool. And then we're gonna go over here so I don't miss Harmonica Hank. Here we go.
When the night turns dark,
He's so cool. Here's Harmonica Hank.
you'll hear my melody.
Is this one working? No, he's broken as well. His head's turning, but his head's not lifting, and neither his hands. And then here's Harvey Carvey here. He's awesome. He's always so loud. Here's Harvey Carvey.
I'm making jack-o'-lanterns.
He's so cool. Now we're gonna go over here. Here's the poster. I know we're gonna look at all this. I just wanted to see over here what they have in stock. Holy crap! They have two Gordos, a Bog Monster, Cerberus, Backbend Bonnie, 4 sitting scarecrows, a Harvey Carvey. Who's this? Willow Witch over there, Empty Soul Girl on a Swing. I have a Barnaby the Bear, 2 Lady Misfortunes, Electrified Corpse, and they have a Screaming Reaper. Here's a Pumpkin Punisher. They have another Gordo, and then here's Carnival Creeper, a Whirling Wendy. They have 2 Crackles. I did buy one of them before. I already have Crackles. They have 2 Crackles now, and they have 2 Electrified Corpse, 3 Scary Sitting Scarecrows. 3 Scary Sitting Scarecrows, 2 and they have 3 Cerberuses, 3 Cerberuses. I have an Annabelle doll up there. 3 Cerberuses. Art the Clown, another Art the Clown, and Annabelle doll. 2 Wind-Up Wallies. 2 Wind-Up Wallies. I'm gonna get Screaming Reaper at some point, so I hope they still have them. I'm not gonna get them today, but this is awesome. So we're actually gonna start here by the back theme, starting with the Black Jumping Spider. I do have this guy. He's always awesome. A Spirit Classic. Yeah, Spirit Classic. Here is Doomsday
No need
Duo.
to worry anymore. No one left to hurt you.
Here we go. Here's her. She is awesome. There they are. Here's Screaming Reaper. I want to get him at some point now. He grew on me a lot. He's gonna jump. There we go. He's awesome. I thought he was latex before, but apparently he is not. Here's Freddy. We'll get him. He's my least favorite this year, but we'll still do him. Yeah, he's still my least favorite, but he's still cool. This Freddy's actually broken though. His hand's not working. He's supposed to be waving, but he's not. He's still cool though. He's awesome. Here's a bunch of jumping spiders here. They have a whole bunch of the black ones as usual. They have a red. They have 2 red and blacks, a brown one down there. Looks like they actually have 3 brown ones, a gray one, and 2 more red and blacks. I saw the green one before, but again, it looks like they sold out. And here's some more stock over here. And here's the Poltergeist doll. Here's the Poltergeist Clown doll. He's cool. That is my first time seeing him. Here's the skeleton here. Here's Jack the Reaper, the hanging one. Yeah, here's another one over here. I actually do have this guy. He is awesome. Here's 2 Grave Watchers, a bunch of Empty Soul Girls on a Swing, creepy Sinister Spirit dolls, Sitting Sam doll, glow-in-the-dark posable skeleton, normal one, more glow-in-the-darks, and then here's another glow-in-the-dark and 2 normal ones there. More Empty Soul Girls on a Swing. Here's a crawling hand. I haven't seen this guy for a little bit. He's not working though, but now we're gonna go up to the front here. And yeah, we're gonna go up to the front over here so we can, we're going back to the archway now. And as I was making up my way to the front, I saw the latex fish here. He started shaking. It fell off a little bit though, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, it fell off a little bit. Here's Jeremy Jaws here. He's awesome. I might get him at some point this year too. I don't see one in stock here, but look at him. This is Iron Jaw. He's awesome. He is very, very well detailed. Here's Carnival Creeper. I like how his jaw and stuff is on the spring. He's awesome. And look, they still have the hand switch. That's another fail there. But yeah, he's really cool. Here's a zombie owl up there. I love these lanterns. Over here is Bog Monster. We'll do him. Or no, we'll do Xenomorph first because he's right here. Sorry about this stuff. I'm going all over. I'm just so excited. So for work. Oh, this one got stuck a little bit. That's so cool though. But here's Bog Monster. We'll wait for him to reset. While he's resetting though, I did see this like latex snake here with like the rat. I saw that before. He's cool. Here's this two-headed turtle down there. And then here's Bog Monster. So he's almost here. All right, we're gonna do the step pad. There we go. Let's see him. Back up. He's actually party time, which I did not know. He's awesome though. He is very huge in person. Comparison there. Here's the bag of bones, not the ones from 2022, but it's actually a bucket of bones. So yeah. And then over here is the scary sitting scarecrow. But before we do that, we have to do Crackles. He's my favorite this year. I did buy him the last time I was here.
I'm so excited. I could burst.
He's awesome. There we go. This one is working.
Surprise!
As usual.
Now it's time for the real show.
He's awesome. I love him so much. He's $250, very good deal. Awesome jump scare, and he's actually outdoor rated as well, as you can see on the tag there. Over here is a scary sitting scarecrow here. We're on the bed. We're gonna get up. There's him. He's so cool. He's a little bit slower than normal sitting scarecrow, but he's still really fast though. I do like him a lot. Here's this like wind chime here with all like the bones and stuff. That's awesome. Here's the back of Whirling Wendy. She is broken though. Here's the back of Whirling Wendy. We're gonna go in now. Here's another lantern here. Here's Whirling Wendy here though, but she is broken. They put her head on wrong. Look at that.
Fun idea.
Look at that. She's awesome.
I throw my knives and you try to catch them with your face.
Yeah, she is awesome. Here's a skeleton in the canoe up here. Here, she's awesome. There's a skeleton in the canoe. And then it looks like, I don't even think we're starting in a certain spot. Yeah, I don't even think we're starting in a certain spot. I think we're just going out anywhere. Yeah, we're not starting this certain spot. But there's the zombie owl up there. He is awesome. Here's the lake life right this way. That's awesome. Over there's Willow Witch. We'll get to her in a second. Yeah, we're going to go. Right over here is Willow Witch. You can actually interact with her. Yeah, here she is. We saw her before.
Tell me what you seek.
Her mouth is a little bit ripped though.
Power, love, or money.
Luck. Luck.
I will cast a spell for you, but next time, be more specific. Here's to 20 years of
She's
bad luck.
Yeah, there's the words that you have to say: luck, power, love, or money. She is awesome. I don't see her in stock though. But yeah, I don't see her in stock. She's awesome though. Here's Michael. Here's his knife here. He's originally from Trick or Treat Studios. He's originally from Trick or Treat Studios. He's so cool. Yeah, originally from Trick or Treat Studios. Here's Trash Bandit. There he is. He's awesome. And then here's the sound box here. It is making noise if you listen closely. Yeah, if you listen closely. And we didn't do Pumpkin Punisher yet, so we're gonna do him real quick. He is already on. He's gonna lunge forward, so here we go. We'll do him one more time though. Yeah, he's awesome though. While we wait for him to reset, we'll do Jason one more time. Right here. He is broken though, but he's still cool. His arm is supposed to lift up the machete. He's also very quiet though. He's awesome though. Here's the Pumpkin Punisher. He's all resetted now. So we'll do him. Here's Pumpkin Punisher. He is awesome. He's 7'1". He is absolutely huge in person. There he is. He's awesome. I love him a lot. And then here, yeah, I like him a lot. Here's Harmonica Hank again. We already saw him. But yeah, this is the archway over here. I think we did all of them in a random order, but we did all of them. There's the archway here. Yeah, there it is. There's the archway. I absolutely love it. Now we're gonna go take a look at all the other stuff over here that we didn't really look at in the other video because I did end it. I did not end it on purposely actually last time. Actually, it just stopped recording for some reason. Yeah, it just stopped recording. That's kind of random though. But yeah, here's the ISC. It looks so awesome, guys. I'm so excited. Here's some of the spirit bags here. Yeah, the spirit bags. Here's some of the sidestepper. Here's some of the sidesteppers. We'll start with them. Here's Chucky. He's not working without this one. No, the Chuckies are not working. What about the Gizmo? Yep, Gizmo's working. the other one. Yep, all of the gizmos working. I did not realize this. They have 4 more up here. He's working. Looks like all the gizmos are working so far. Yeah, all the gizmos are working besides the 2 Chuckies. Look at that. That's awesome. Here's the Annabelle here. Yeah, all the gizmos are working besides the 2 Chuckies. That's cool. Here's some of the Jason here carving the pumpkin. Yeah, it lights up. Look, I like how it like flickers. So it looks like there's fire inside. Here's the Art the Clown thing, the Martian warrior wreath, the wreath from Mars Attacks. Here's more of them. Here's another Art the Clown. I have a light up Chucky here. I don't see where it lights. Oh, it looks like the knife on his hand. Yeah, it looks like the knife on his hand. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited. It looks like the knife on his hand. Yeah, it looks like the knife on his hand is supposed to light up. Here's the Crypt Keeper. Here's the Haunted Mansion, I think. Bust. Here's another Crypt Keeper down here. Looks like someone stole the cotton candy ray gun. I don't know about that, but yeah. And anyway, here's a bunch of the green Oogie Boogie plushes. Here's some candles here. I like the ghost one. Those are cool. Here's some of the blankets here. This is not a blanket, but here's the that's new for this year. The What's Up one from Ghostface or the Scary Movie. This one I did not see yet though. It's the Jason one. Look at that. That looks awesome. Here's the Ghostface one, Scary Movies and Chills. And here's another Scream one here. More Ghostface. Here's the It Welcome to Derry one. I believe that one is new. Here's another What's Up one from the Scary Movie. Here's the Killer Clowns one up there. Another Art the Clown, but that one's upside down. It's not upside down, but the picture is. So yeah, that one's upside down. Here's the Killer Clowns from Outer Space one. Up there, here's the Coraline, Quartz Bride, another Coraline, Addams Family, a SpongeBob one. Look at that. Here's that one, and then Harry Potter. I don't like that one, but here's Nightmare for Christmas one. Here's a bunch more. I like this. Here's another Scary Movie and Chills one. Guys, if I'm stumbling, I am just like so excited here. I know it was here before, but any spirit I am so excited about. Here's 2 Grave Watchers over here. She came back in 2023, but what I did not know of how you tell if they here, this one doesn't have like the thing here, like the rectangle that they usually have here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So that one didn't have the rectangle. What I'm talking about is like this here. Like it doesn't have like those things here, like Crackles and stuff has. Yeah, it doesn't have that, but that's still cool. Yeah, it doesn't have that. I don't know why it doesn't have that, but it's still cool. Here's one of the new baby pumpkins here. Here's a zombie bear, zombie cat, and a zombie frog. Here's Crawling Claudette, I believe. She's not working. What about this one? Oh, this one is working. I don't want her to fall. Yeah, she is working though. Here is yeah, Shorty here. But yeah, she is working. Here's the picking out Penny one. She's eating herself. Look at that. She's awesome. Here's the Frankenstein baby, Scary Strawberry. I like that one. Here's the Crow one. Yeah, now it's down here so we can actually see it now. She's cool. She's cool. How much is she? Her name's Birdwatching Bella. 95, I believe. No, 70. Sorry about that. Yeah, $70 for her. That's not bad because it is like a tabletop animatronic. Here are 2 baby Chuckies up there, and then here's some of the costumes. I like to look around if they have any like animatronic like costumes based off of the animatronics. Yeah, I like looking for like the costumes and the masks that are based off the animatronics. So we are gonna go to the masks because it looks like they got shipments from the last time I was here. So I'm gonna see if they have any animatronic masks here. Masks. I didn't see this one though. I like the clown. He's cool. And then there's a Shrek mask. Here's this. Oh, I like the old tag that they have. It's half broken though. Here's this one from Creepshow, I believe. There's a duck one. I don't see any animatronic masks anywhere of what I'm seeing right now. Yeah, I don't see any more animatronic masks, but that's still cool. And then over here, there's the old Ghostface one, the age one. Here's the Scarecrow there, the Scarecrow Ghostface mask. Yeah, I like that one though. Here's the Michael one. I like those, but I don't see anything else, any other masks. So we'll look at a few of the costumes now. We'll look at a few of the costumes over here. I want to see. I am gonna be Wacky Mole for Halloween this year. I'm gonna go over here. I ran into this glow-in-the-dark sickle, or scythe. I don't see, here's a Slender Man one. But I don't see the Nightcrawler one. I was looking for that one too. I don't see a Wacky Mole one though for my size yet. They might get some shipments in. Here's a Hugs one up there. He's cool. Here's the Clown Horn. That's cool. And then over here, here's a Reaper one here. I do like these a lot. But I don't see any animatronic costumes besides Hugs up there. He's awesome. Here are these guys here. I like these. These are like the other ones, like the big top terrorists they have. Here's some of the t-shirts. I know we'll look for this one here, the Freddy Fazbear one in there. I don't see that one, but I do see the one from last year, the Squid Game one. Yeah, I see the I'm just so excited. The Squid Game one. Now we're gonna do here, and then I think we'll end the video after this. We might look at 1 or 2 more things. Here's some of the blind bags here. Here's the horror ones. Yeah, the horror ones. These down here. And then here's the Art the Clown ones, Nightmare for Christmas, 2 of them down there, 2 Nightmare for Christmas. The Spirit Zombie Baby ones, and then the animal ones here. Here's the Beetlejuice ones here, here's that one. Here's more of the horror ones down there. And yeah, this stuff is really cool. I hear crackles over there though. Yeah, I hear crackles. This is so cool though. And then yeah, I actually am gonna get something. Here's a spirit coloring book there. I wanna get that at some point. Here's some of the cups here. Let's see if I see any of these. These are new actually. These 2 Terrifier ones are new. That one and that one. Those are new though. I didn't see those yet. Here's a Ghostface one. I don't like that one. Here's an Art the Clown. These are not the cups though. Here's the Chucky. I don't see the Pennywise one though I wanted. Here's another clown one there. Here's another clown. Here are the buttons here. Look at those. Those are cool. But I did want, yeah, those are cool. I did want to buy these though. The Jack the Reaper, the candy. So I am going to grab one of those. And then here's some of the spider webs. So yeah, I got one of those. I actually got one. I won one at Flagship, but I ran out of it. So yeah, that's cool. While I was passing by, I saw this clown nose here for $3. So yeah, guys, now we're going to look over here at the inflatables, and then we'll look at some of the Ghostface stuff, and then we'll end the video. Here's the baby doll pathway markers here. It's about to fall off, so I'll do this one here. That one's not working. Let's see if we can get this one to work. Yeah, that one's working. Look at that. That's cool. Here's the soul. The skull one. It's like the souls are coming off the skull. The souls are coming off the skull. That's cool. Here's the zombie pathway light ones. The zombie hands are holding the lantern. Those are cool. This one's actually working too. I like that one a lot actually. Down there, here's more of them up here. These are working too. Yet that one's working, and that one. Here's the ghost pathway marker stakes there that light up, I believe. Here's another crawling hand. Looks like they have 2. I saw the other one over there. I don't see a try me button or anything here, so it must not be turned on, but it's still cool. And you might just need to put batteries in it yourself. Here's a skull that missed. Here's Groundbreaker Zombies, a giant cauldron up here. Inflatable or like inflatable spider, candy coffin, inflatable pumpkin archway, the Jack the Reaper archway. They did have this set up at Flagship. They did have that set up at the grand opening of the Flagship Spirit Halloween, Egg Harbor Township. Here's the 2, the black cat inflatables, the 4-foot ghost. Here's the dog in the ghost costume with the pumpkin thing. Something just turned on as I walked past. I have no idea what it is. Oh, it's the pumpkin. That scared me actually. It didn't scare me, but yeah, that kind of was a shocking thing. Look at him there. They have 4 of those. Oh, here's the other one working down here. Those are cool. And yeah, here's the. He keeps turning on. So he must be on Sensor. So that's kind of cool. Here's the Young He inflatable Squid Game. Here's the urn, the fogging urn. Yeah, the fogging urn. Here's the bat ones here and the hearse. Yeah, the skeleton hearse. Here's some of the bones here. I always like this section here. Looks like they do have the new activator, which Crackles is hooked up to. I might buy that at some point so I can hook it up to my Crackles. Yeah, I might buy that. Here's the step head covers. A whole bunch of step heads over here. Here's the swinging mechanism. Here's some bones behind there. A foot on a chain. Yeah. There's a foot on the chain. Here's just a chain with a hook. Another foot on the chain, hand on a chain. A scary foot on a rope here. Here's a hook that looks like I Know What You Did Last Summer. Here's some garland ears, some brains, a heart, a foot there. Here's the battery operator for the animatronics. Here's the ghost here that's on a string. The tombstone rocker, which we did not look at, so I will look at that before we leave. And then before I end the video, here's the coffin there. And then over here, some of the skulls here. This one's cool with the blood. And then here's this one. I don't know what that one is. Here's this one with the knife. I thought that was cool. I don't like that one though. Here's the monkey skull, I believe. Here's a normal skull, and I like that one down there with the cave. Like it looks like it went into like the floor. Here's some of the pumpkin skeletons here. Yeah. I don't see anything else here, so we're gonna look at the tombstone rocker. Yeah, we'll look at the tombstone rocker over here. So we're gonna make our way around. There are the jumping spiders and all the boxes. Here's Crackles and all the jumping spiders with the boxes. Here's a tombstone rocker. Here's a tree in the back of Buzz. Here's the tombstone rocker though. I knew I totally forgot this in the last video, so here is this one. I like how it works though. I might get that for my haunt this year. And here's the camper of the week thing, and I thought this was cool though, so we're gonna go around. I saw this though. It's like this thing. I thought this was cool. Look. Yeah, keep Pete away from the candy supply. That's Trick or Treat Pete. Keep Pete away from the candy supply. I thought that was cool. Yeah, it's like Trick or Treat Pete. But I think that's gonna be for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Now,